welcome to Market Matters. I'm Nadia, Hassan, together with Sulhi, Azman. I almost forgot my name there for a minute. But the fact is, it is welcome to Monday. It is the 14th of December. And although we are based in Selangor, and if you're a Selangorite, you're really happy because you had a massively long weekend on Friday and today. But of course, because we still follow the markets, we are still here working with you.
Yeah, correct. And as you can see, yesterday, or rather on Saturday, the Selangor Football Club won the Malaysia Cup, and therefore the Menteri Besar Selangor, Azman Ali, who is not Datuk Sri, has given the green light for holiday in the city of Selangor.
Yeah, exactly. So although we don't get it, I think a lot of people there are quite happy. But in return, I think that's why the market is actually very quiet. FBM KLCI closed about 10.18 points down. 1629.996 is what the number came out. Commodity prices continue to be a bugbear. They continue to have so much pain. Although over the weekend, we saw finally, after the debacle at Copenhagen, actually a lot of the world leaders actually managed to sign their climate change deal. I think that's great because when we eventually have kids, we want them to have a future where they do understand that, don't you?
That's right, Nadia. I look at the video by President Barack Obama. He said that it's not perfect, but it's a step towards that direction.
Better than doing nothing. It's
better
when people,
than doing nothing.
It's when people protest, they always say it's better than doing nothing. But anyway, commodity prices, as you mentioned, oil, of course, is one of them. OPEC is stubborn. The cartel is stubborn. They continue to say, we're not going to cut production. We're going to, because a major backer, Saudi Arabia, is scared, and because of that, you cause a world of pain for everybody else. Never mind us. MIDF did see a flight, didn't they?
Yeah, MIDF saw a capital flight by foreign investors which have sold 663 million ringgit worth of securities last week. And they said that this is going to continue to exit for the third week straight.
Yeah, exactly. So people clearly, I think as the year ends, a lot of people have gone on holiday, and a lot of people are putting off the big decisions, or at least the big investments, up until next year. This week will actually be one of the last full trading weeks for the year, if you realize that, because this whole week we're all working, but next week we're only working 3 days, and the week after that it's only 4. So yeah, enjoy the first full sort of week for this year. But the thing is, this week is going to be a very big week because it's the week for the Fed decision.
Yeah, finally, it's going to
pull the trigger,
see whether pull the trigger or not, because we have been talking about the anticipation of the rate hike. The interest rate has been put down 0% for nearly since the global financial crisis.
Exactly. So yes, we're going to keep talking about it, of course, as the week wraps up. Shanghai up 2.51% to 3520.668, even as the yuan continues to weaken. Nikkei sort of aimless at 1.8% down at 1883.42. That's just how the regional markets were doing. Moving on to our hot stock of the day. It's not as much hot as probably a bit hyperactive because, as we said, it is a holiday for Selangor, and I think a lot of people have just taken a very, very long break. Trading was very done. This was, though, the top gainer of the day, up a very decent 4.64%, considering how expensive it is, to 7 ringgit and 90.
Yeah, it seems that Ajinomoto has been.
We did say Ajinomoto, yes, we did.
Ajinomoto, it seems to be having a lot of, sugar rush or MSG rush, whatever it is. Anyway, this company, right, it was actually previously featured by the Age Research, as part of their stock pick, because the theme of food, of F&Bs, it seems to be a most resilient stocks and so on. They have a 90% market share in the country. They actually mop up a lot of shares, and a lot of people are actually gaining traction there. And in fact, they also export their products to like 20 countries.
A large amount. And I think that's why, if you look at the earnings that we actually have up on you, very, very decent for the bottom line, 6.2% up on the top line, but you're seeing something like a 63.2% up on the bottom line because a lot of forex gains. And Inside Asia, when we were talking about this stock, actually did say that it is a lot of that's what's going to hold them, because never mind that they are they're an elder statesman, right, of the Boris and of the nation, because they're the first Japanese company to actually do a JV in this country. So yeah.
Yeah, correct. The history dated way back in 1950s, and you have to remember when this stock was picked by the Insider Asia, right? The same things and the same thing. Strong cash balance.
Yes.
At end June, 130 million ringgit of net cash, up 67.1 million ringgit. A lot of good things are coming in. Solid balance sheet, I must say.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very solid. You can't get any more solid than this. And they did also say that the stock is actually trading at a very modest trailing PE. So we wonder whether or not with this rush, what are people looking? Are they looking for are they looking for the safe haven? But just sort of to bring it all home for you, we're looking at a hot stock for today. We're looking at a very unusual one, which is Ajinomoto Malaysia Bhd. Actually went up something like 4.64% during the day trading. And this company, of course, has been picked as Insider Asia stock of the day, but mostly because it, very solid balance sheet, really good exposure to overseas, so that helps even when the ringgit falls. Moving on to our stock with momentum. Now, this is an interesting one. CWorks Systems Bhd, pegged as positive momentum by the Edge Research, but in a wonderful way that this algorithm works. Share price actually is 30.5 cent or 31 cent, as you can see on the chart, down about 12.86%. So I suppose what the algorithm is thinking of, Sulhi, is that maybe it's gone too far down.
Yeah, correct. I mean, I think, the stock price closed 13% to 30.5 cents.
Yes, exactly.
And this
bears
company,
repeating, definitely.
Yeah, it's actually, a I like how this contradicts with one another. We have positive momentum and negative share price. But anyway, this company, right, is a very small company. They provide computerized maintenance management software services and also telecommunication product services. And this company has been loss-making, isn't it, Nadia?
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, I found the earnings very strange, because when I looked at the quarterly earnings, usually if they don't really put zero, but apparently it really was zero. So for their 14, they had zero, and even then they spin to a loss. So from even barely break even, they just couldn't even hold on to that. 30.8% down on the top line. So the thing is, it's been wanting to diversify into a lot of other stuff, as it happens, I suppose, when you're not doing well. But their cash is nothing, is it?
Yeah, the cash is only 1 million ringgit, and they want to diversify from IT business to
the
manufacturing of metal articles. But they
like we said,
scrap it due to the segment of certain issues. Now we wonder whether what this company has in plans to make it turn into the black.
Well, actually, the thing is, I was looking at their notes to announcement, and they didn't really say much. They said facility management as an industry, which is what they do, right? Which is what their software does, has been growing in demand. But I think it's a bit sophisticated. They think they haven't found people who want to buy the contract yet, and that's going to continue to be hard on them. What do you see for this company? I mean, when you did all the research, what did you think?
Well, I think that this company, the earnings definitely needs to be boosted, and they need to have one injection of new businesses. They need to
Maybe
diversify.
they need a miracle.
Maybe they need corporate Jesus as well.
Well, we'll have to see about that. But just to bring it all home for you, we're looking at CWorks Systems Bhd, pegged as positive momentum by the Edge Research. However, the fact is the company has been loss-making, and it looks to be trying to sort of mend its business to be on the run. But maybe what the algorithm thinks is that it's just fallen way too far.